Watching mainstream media spin out over the Walz debate, that's my favorite food. I'm John Mike Keene, and as you know, when I show this footage, I just show Tim Walz's face. So I edited this to zoom in on him so you can see that they lost this debate, and that's good news. It means Trump won. Trump will benefit from this, is what's shaking out in the aftermath.
But you guys attack us for not believing in democracy. The most sacred right under the United States democracy is the First Amendment. You yourself have said there's no First Amendment right to misinformation. Kamala Harris wants to use the power of government and big tech to silence people from speaking their minds. That is a threat to democracy that will long outlive this present political moment. I would like Democrats and Republicans to both reject censorship. Let's persuade one another. Let's argue about ideas, and then let's come together afterwards.
You can't yell fire in a crowded theater. That's the test. That's the Supreme Court test.
Tim, fire in a crowded theater. You guys wanted to kick people off of Facebook for saying that toddlers shouldn't wear masks.
Senator, the governor does have the floor.
Fire in a crowded theater. That is criticizing the policies of the government, which is the right of every American.
Holy smokes. He absolutely laid him out on that one. And this is the take home, is the cool JD Vance on the left is like Bugs Bunny, and Walz came off like a terrified, stunned Elmer Fudd. I love referencing Looney Tunes anytime I can. But speaking of Looney Tunes, here's Tim Walz saying he's friends with school shooters.
I've become friends with school shooters. I've seen it. Look, the NRA, I was an NRA guy for a long time.
Wait a minute. What?
I've become friends with school shooters. I've seen it. Look, the NRA.
This is what we mean by he completely screwed up. And I don't know what he meant by it. Okay. So this could have been a gaffe. Again, I'm not trying to get into his head. I only know you do not want the take home for all of America to be that you participated in a debate and you said you were friends with a school shooter. And he had a chance to clarify here. The press, he went to a pizza joint after the debate and the press started hitting him on that quote.
What do you think your strongest moment was tonight?
Oh, just, I think it was a good debate. The public got to see a contrast. And I think the ending sums it up. The democracy issue is important.
Governor, you said you become friends with school shooters during the debate. Can you clarify what you meant on that?
Can you clarify what you meant when you said you'd be friends with school shooters?
He's not going to clarify that because he has to eat some pizza with Gwen, his wife. They're going to roll out some kind of a statement, I'm sure, that retracts it because they have to polish this guy out, because there's no way you want that one to stick. Here's Donald Trump posting on Twitter, "I've become friends with school shooters." That's a quote from Tim Walz. Here's another one posted by the Trump campaign during the debate. This is Barack Obama. "I need a VP dumber than me." There's Joe Biden. "I need a VP that's dumber than me." There's Kamala Harris. "I need a VP that's dumber than me." And there's Tim Walz during the debate. This shows MSNBC spinning this thing as Tim Walz winning the debate.
It's not going to be negative at the end of the day. But it's not going to be negative because, first of all, vice presidential debates don't matter. But secondly, let's show the poll again. And I want to go back to Donnie for a second. Donnie, you know, it's almost like Dean Smith was coaching him, the legendary North Carolina basketball coach. Said, you know, we're going to go into the four corners here, boys.
Joe Scarborough is such an imbecile, and he makes a sports reference trying to emphasize Tim Walz, the coach, that he won this debate. By the way, this is only on MSNBC, but let them live in their little dreamland. And in the end, they say the debate didn't matter and he's a vice president. And so they're trying to spin this thing, but it's not going to work on us.
If the goal is to make Tim Walz your neighbor, your Midwest neighbor, a nice guy, actually, despite all the things we're saying this morning, it's mission accomplished. And Tim Walz got exactly what he needed out of this, and so did Kamala Harris.
What exactly did they get out of this? Well, the actual CBS poll, because they put on the debate, who won the VP debate? JD Vance, 42%. Tim Walz, 41%. That's basically a tie, but if anything, it goes to JD Vance. And the big thing is, if they're trying to make Tim Walz look like America's neighbor, and Joe Scarborough says mission accomplished. Into the last Trump tweet, Trump Vance 2024, a lawn sign. If you look down below, that has the quote, "Not friends with school shooters." And this is the image, the two faces say it all. I'm John Mike Keene.